Okay, welcome back. Last time we completed the Flower Cup and the Banana Cup in 150cc, and today we're going to be moving on to the Star Cup and the Leaf Cup. So we've now played as Mario, Luigi, Yoshi, King Boo, oh, yeah, we've only done 4. Okay, so today we're going to be starting up with Dry Bones on the Nano Bike. I'm going to be playing on automatic for my own convenience, and we're going to be heading into the Star Cup. So I think I mentioned it in a previous episode, but basically, if I'm playing with a kart, I'll be using... If I play with a kart, I'll be using manual drift. If I'm playing on a bike, I'll be using auto. Mostly for my own convenience. But hey, hopefully I'll manage to get through here without too much hassle. But to be honest, honestly, playing the light characters always does worry me just a little bit. Because, you know, the heavier racers kind of just shove you around a lot. And, you know, with Bowser, with Donkey Kong, with Wario, with all those guys just on the track, I kind of want to avoid them as much as I can. However, having said that, even characters just like Diddy Kong will just be able to shove me around a whole lot, so, yeah, don't really want to... I would quite like to avoid them if I can. So, okay, our first track here is the Daisy Circuit. I'll be totally honest, I do really like this track. I don't think it's the best track, like, as an actual race track, but visually, it's definitely one of my favorites in the game. I think it just looks really nice. I think it's got a nice... I think the skybox is really good. You know, the kind of just nice sunset on it. I think it just looks really nice. That, and also, I think a couple of little statues of Daisy and Luigi are just very cute. And I think it's just good. Yeah, it's just a track I enjoy. Like, I don't think it's... As a race track, I definitely think there's a lot better in the game. But just in general, I think it's a fun little track. And I think it's a good way to kind of just ease you into the harder tracks. I mean, to be fair, this track itself is not particularly difficult. But hey, hopefully we can manage to make our way through without any real hassles here. There's the lightning. Okay, Wario and Waluigi are way at the back. King Boo, Toad... I think that's Toad. No, it's Diddy Kong, never mind. So, King Boo, King Boo, Baby Peach, and a couple of others are really close. No. Oh, that was almost a catastrophe. Oh, that was almost dire. That was I don't even have an excuse for that one. Okay, track number 2, Koopa Cape. Koopa Cape is an interesting one to me, because I think as a race track, it's better than Daisy Circuit, but visually, I like Daisy Circuit a lot more, so that's the one I would personally prefer to be playing on. But hey, we'll see how this goes. Now, I do want to be a bit careful. Why did I throw that? Okay, yeah, I need to be a bit careful here. I also want to... No. Yeah, I'll be honest. This one gets a little bit hectic sometimes. Usually, I'll be honest, usually this is probably due to my own fault. This is often my own fault. I don't have an excuse for that. Like, quite often, I will just, you know, mistime a jump or, like, misalign a jump and just go flying off the track. And thanks, Donkey Kong. Okay, so who's in front of me? Everyone. Everyone is in front of me. That's the answer to that question. Okay, so let's get past Wario first, and then get on towards everyone else. Okay. So, we are in 12th. Nowhere to go but forward. Okay, so there's Toad, gone. There's a star, so I can just blaze through here. So there's Wario, out of my way. There's Diddy Kong. And also, most of the rest of the people in this Grand Prix, because as mentioned in previous episodes, because as I've mentioned previously, I do think this game's rubber banding is absolutely atrocious. Like, no wonder when Like, it's no wonder when you get hit by one thing and just 8 people go flying past you. Everyone's just kind of clumped together. And then there's just Donkey Kong just right at the back. Like, what happened to Donkey Kong? Either way, we are now in the lead going into the final lap, which, honestly, is probably the most dangerous position in Mario Kart, to be totally honest. Because, like, well, you know, you're in the lead going into that last lap, and that kind of just means you have a target on you. But hey, we managed to dodge that. Now, let's grab another item. Grab another item, just get a little turbo boost here, throw that down, do a flip, just do that, do not necessarily a flip, but, you know, another trick, and hopefully just maintain this lead. Okay, blooper, I'm honestly not too worried or bothered about blooper at any time, ever. Like, I can't think of a single time when blooper has ever, like, massively impacted a race for me. Or, like, even when I've just watched people play Mario Kart, I cannot think of a single time that blooper has had a massive impact on a race. Either way, with that, we managed to take first place on Koopa Cape and extend our lead up to 10 points. That is actually a really nice lead to have going into the last two. Okay, so, on to my favourite track in the game. So, Star Cup, race number 3, Maple Tree Way. So, remember how I said I liked Koopa Cape because it's a bit more complex and I liked the visuals of Daisy Circuit? Well, Maple Tree Way is what I would probably say is a perfect balance of both, where it's simultaneously a bit complex, like it has a bit more complexity than some of the tracks do, but it also just has a fantastic visual to it. And also, I also just really like the music. The music is really chill. Also, I have completely messed this up. Honestly, I probably would have been in a better situation if I'd actually just kind of like taken a dive off the side there, because that way I probably would have. Because that way I would have, you know, fallen behind a little bit, but I also would have probably gotten rid of the rain cloud, or the thunder cloud, whatever you want to call it. Either way, we are in... Okay, where... No! Okay, Donkey Kong, I see how it is. Donkey Kong is off the Christmas card list. I wasn't sending Christmas cards anyway, but still, he's off the list. Okay, that's an interaction that I'd never actually seen or thought about before. Okay, Donkey Kong just throwing bombs at people, I suppose. You know what, get ahead. There we go, fantastic. Yes, did I want Donkey Kong to go ahead of me just for a second so I could hit him with that red shell? Yes. Am I petty for that? Probably, yes. Did he deserve it though? Absolutely. Okay, that was a blue shell just went flying past me, so, oh, wow. 2 people went off there. And I have red shells. So I am in a pretty nice position right now. Okay, so there goes Baby Peach, and there goes King Boo, and just... Okay, it went off the side, it didn't hit. But that's fine, right, because I course correct with the bike, and I am taking this hit regardless. Okay, though, that's okay. I will say, though, this is not going quite as well as I'd hoped, but you know what? It'll be okay. I'm just going to keep a hold of the turbo boost, just going to keep a hold of this mushroom, until I get, like, Okay, let's just use it, actually. Never mind, because there's another one right there. No. Turn. There we go, made it. Oh, wow, they're both right there. You know what? I want to call that a snipe, but when I threw 3 of them, when I threw all 3 of them in that quick succession, and I did not go up that ramp at all. I kind of just, like, slid across the wall. Either way, we are now, like, 1 straight away from the end here. So let's just do a couple more jumps. 1 big jump at the end here. 1 final big jump. And secure the win. Fantastic. So, how much of a lead do I have now? Okay. Okay, I have so much leeway. I can finish in the top 10 and I still win. Which is fantastic because honestly I have very little confidence in my ability to win on this next track. So, the final race of the Star Cup is on Grumble Volcano, which I personally believe to be one of the hardest tracks in the game. I don't know if that's a common opinion, but personally I have always struggled with this track, like more so than on... Like, I've struggled with this track more than almost any other in this game, so yeah, I'm a little concerned about this one, but fortunately, let's just say I'm very glad to have that massive amount of leeway it built up from the first 3 races. Because realistically, this could go horrendously badly. I mean, to be fair though, you know, having the knowledge of I just need to finish, like, in the top 10 is quite a nice bit of, it brings a bit of comfort, you know? Just knowing that I can pretty much mess up almost as badly as one possibly could, and I will still win. I mean, having said that, I still need to be a little bit careful about it, because, you know, it is still Mario Kart, anything could happen at any given time. And that isn't gonna hit him, but that's totally okay, because to be honest, I'm totally fine with just kind of sitting in second place. Eventually, one way or another, I was gonna say eventually, one way or another, a blue shell will come. And well, just as I started saying that, the game did slow itself down for a second, but a blue shell did come for him. Which means now I'm in the dangerous position of being in first place, because the blue shell can also come for me. Well, there's a red shell, so you know what, I'll just take the red shell. And we are just close enough to not fall off there. And also, we still have the lead. There's a blue shell. That is pretty bad, not gonna lie. Fortunately, we can just get a boost straight away and pick our speed back up. And Yoshi is still behind us. Because it was basically, I could finish in the top 10 as long as Yoshi finished, like, if Yoshi finished first. Oh, I'm getting hit by that. I narrowly avoided it, but okay. Also, yeah, I probably should have also taken the other route at least once. But I guess I'm just committed to it now. I want to be a bit careful here and not crash into Yoshi, because I know he still had the red shells. Sorry, yeah, the green shells there. But hey, I'm back in first place, I'm back in second place. I'm between first and second. And there's the power block. Auto-correct, do a trick off that little jump. And we should be in the clear. Just one last flip there, throw down some bananas, one last trick, and we clear the thing perfectly. I'll be honest, I was genuinely really worried about Grumble Volcano, and honestly, I'm very happy with how that ended up turning out. So with that, that is the Star Cup complete. That is the Star Cup complete with a perfect score. And not a perfect grade. 1 star though, I'll take that. And for completing it, we unlock the 150cc Special Cup. And the small bike, the Quacker. Okay, that is kind of adorable. I kind of like that. Okay, so with that, we went. So that's that done. Now we can move on. No, that's 50cc. Now we can move on to 150cc Leaf Cup. I think I'm gonna stick it out with light characters for this episode. Let's go Baby Mario. And actually, what does the Quacker look like for everyone else? Okay, it's just green. It's just green for Luigi. It'll be pink for Peach, I guess. Well, how does it look for Dry Bones though? Okay, yeah, it's the same. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna play as Baby Mario here, and we'll take the Quacker and see how it goes, and go for the Leaf Cup. Okay, so starting off with DS Desert Hills. Desert Hills is a very, very simple track, but at the same time, it is also a pretty good one. Like, it isn't exactly super fancy, it's not exactly complex. It's a good kind of beginning track, I suppose. And I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention to what else was. I didn't really pay much attention to what else was in this one. I think this one has one of the Bowser's castles. I think it has Bowser's castle from the GBA. Like, I think it's that Bowser's castle, and I think it might have DK's Jungle Parkway from the N64. And I am so far off-road, but you know what? We'll take that, I suppose, because I'm still in the lead. Okay. And I got hit, right. That is actually less than ideal, but I don't really know. Also, that went actually about perfectly for me there. So, now that I actually think about it, I have only ever, like, properly sat down and played Mario Kart Double Dash and Wii. Like, they're the only two I've ever owned. Like, I've played a tiny bit of most of the others, I think. Like, I played a few races on DS, a few races on 7, but I never owned them. So, I think what... Can I please stop getting hit by things for 2 seconds? Thanks, game. But yeah, I think at some point, no guarantees on when, at some point I'll probably also do, like, Mario Kart 64 and all the other ones. And because, honestly, these are quite simple and relaxing, just little kind of... I don't want to call them side series, but they're, like, you know, just little kind of side one-offs, I guess. And I do quite have fun playing them. I don't know, I think it's just because a lot of the time they're pretty simple and I can kind of just, like, mostly turn my mind off while playing. I can just kind of ramble on about stuff. Whether it's, whether or not it's about anything that's interesting to you or not, that's entirely, like, your discretion and opinion, because, you know, what I find really interesting, you might be the most boring thing in the world to you. And I'll be honest, it's probably and I'll be real, 9 times out of 10, if I'm talking about something, it's probably the most boring thing in the world. But yeah, like, in general, I think... Oh, we have GBA Bowser's Castle for here. So, what's the last track in this one? I know DK Mountain from the GameCube is in one of these. I know one of them has DK Mountain from the GameCube and one has DK's Jungle Parkway from the N64. But I don't know which has which. And realistically, I probably should have just, you know, paid attention and read the thing before I started. But realistically, either way, I'm just gonna hope for the best and try to win. So we'll see how it goes. And I don't actually know what my rewards are for, you know, winning the other things. So hopefully we can get something cool. Okay, let's just dodge all those, do a flip there, back into first place. Honestly, I think that green shell may have saved me. I think I was probably going off there otherwise. But yeah, at some point I'll probably do, like, little side series on most of the other ones. And who knows, I might just do some other kart races in general. Obviously, like, if it's one that has, like, a proper adventure mode, like Crash Team Racing or Diddy Kong Racing, I think I'd do, like, a proper playthrough of that adventure mode. But, like, generally, I think for games like Mario Kart, I might just do these, just as a kind of little fun thing. Just as a fun little thing to kind of just fill in some blanks every now and then. Mostly just because they aren't exactly... No, okay, I didn't fall in, so that could be worse. But yeah, I don't know, they're just kind of nice, kind of simple little one-offs, really. Like, one-off series, I suppose. It was mostly just because... Okay, I'm kind of amazed I went over that, but I'm not going to complain about it. Yeah, I think that's... it's a pretty simple, easy thing for me to do. And also, depending on how many, you know, tracks there are, I can get a few episodes out of it. So that can fill in some spaces as and when need be, which can be very handy. Especially Like, to be totally honest, I'm doing Mario Kart Wii right now because I couldn't really think of what I wanted to do to kind of fill in the spaces with Pokemon and everything until I like have my break for New Year's, because I have a few ideas for things I want to do in the New Year. Like, I might make an update video or something on that. Don't quote me on that. I might not. But either way, I'll ramble on about like what I'm doing in the future anyway, at some point soon. Because I definitely know a few games I want to play on the channel in 2024. And then there's a few games where it's like, I don't know how I'd approach doing it on the channel, but I know they're games I want to play. Like, I know that at some point I want to do the Trauma Center games, because those games are great, and I don't think they get anywhere near as much appreciation as they deserve. And also we win, 10 out of 10. But yeah, at some point I definitely want to play the Trauma Center games, because they're great, but at the same time, I'll be honest, I'm currently playing this on Dolphin, and this one has Jungle Parkway, okay. But yeah, like, I don't really know the best way for me to describe it. It's just like, I think I'm so used to playing it on the Wii that playing it on a mouse and keyboard just feels wrong. Like, it just doesn't, like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me playing it on a mouse and keyboard. I think it's mostly because I'm so used to playing it on... I think it's because I'm so used to playing it on the Wii remote, playing it on the Wiimote and Nunchuck. I don't know, it's something I definitely need to think about, but it's something I really want to play on the channel, because I know that it's not exactly a super popular series, but I think it is a genuinely fantastic series, and I'll be totally honest, Second Opinion was a launch title for the Wii, and I genuinely believe it is one of the best controlling games on the system. Like, I genuinely think that Trauma Center Second Opinion is fantastic, and that everyone should at least try it. Also, I maintain that game would have also made a fantastic arcade game. Like, even its opening video, like, looks like it would be an arcade game. I do really love the Trauma Center games, which, honestly, I am kind of glad that now, like, I'm glad that my PC now, like the one I got earlier in the year, I'm glad that that can properly run Dolphin, because now I can actually finally play Trauma Team, because, okay, little history lesson. Trauma Team never came out in Europe. It was one of those games released when Atlas just, was a bit inconsistent with when it wanted to release games in the PAL region. So if you want to play Trauma Team, yeah, Trauma Team and I think Under the Knife 2, as far as I'm aware, they never officially came out in Europe or Australia, which is really unfortunate because, well, unfortunately, Trauma Team was the last game in that series, and that came out in, like, 2010. So, unfortunately, it is a very dormant series, and honestly, as much, like, Atlas love making references to their other games. Like you can play a Persona and you'll see a Shin Megami Tensei reference everywhere. Like, Persona 5 had a lot of references to Catherine in places. Like, you can win the stray sheep from the Crane game when you're in Akihabara. There's a whole bunch of things. And also, in addition to all the DLC outfits, there's also, when you go to the movie theater, a lot of the movies you can go and watch in Persona 5 use music from Catherine. And, you know, you watch the news reports, and it's like, hey, this is a reference to, like, Persona 2. Occasionally. I think there's, like, one that makes reference to Katsuya. Then there's, like, you know, references to 3 and 4 all over the place. I think it would be cool to just see a reference to Trauma Center somewhere. Also, 10 out of 10, we can do whatever we want now, because I don't think I can lose. Because, we have one race left, and yeah, I don't think it's possible for us to lose. Okay, GameCube Mario Circuit is our final track for today. And realistically, I don't see this one going so horrendously badly that I somehow end up losing everything on this one. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so my general thing is that Trauma Center is a great little series that I think everyone... I think it's definitely got more in it than a lot of series, than it ever really seems to get credit for. And also, it's just really fun. That, and also, it is the only time I've... like, it is also the only time where you get a massive... Like, I will say one thing about that game that's negative. Its difficulty spikes are all over the place. But there is a certain level of weirdness to it, I guess, as that I genuinely really enjoy. There's, I don't know, there's something so kind of surreal about going from one operation, like, you're having your regular operations that you're doing, and then, like, one operation is just like, oh, you have to defuse a bomb with surgical tools. Then it's like, the next operation you're doing surgery on a plane, and you have to, you know, be careful, because, you know, turbulence is also happening every now and then. And then after that you get the worst thing. But, honestly, I will have an entire probably have an entire rambling diatribe about why I hate operating on Tritty when I actually do a playthrough of Second Opinion on the channel. Because, like, okay, Second Opinion isn't, like, Second Opinion, New Blood, and hopefully Trauma Team are, like, they are not if I play them on the channel, they are it when I play them on the channel. Like, I know they are not games that'll, like, I know they aren't games that'll be doing numbers, you know? Like, I know that they are games that most people probably do not care about in the slightest. But, like, I don't know, they're games I want to play, and, well, I'm gonna play them at some point. That, and also, they're pretty short, I can probably breeze through them without too much hassle. Okay, we had a, honestly, not great display on Mario Circuit there, but hey, we won the thing overall, so I can't really complain. So with that, that is the Leaf Cup attained, with an A grade, 52 points out of a possible 60, and we've unlocked the Lightning Cup. So with that, and the Royal Racer, that actually looks really cool. Okay, so with that, we only have 2 left. So, next time, I'll be heading back in, once again, and I'll be playing the final 2 Grand Prix. Who I'll be playing? No idea, I haven't decided on that yet. But, we'll be having the Special Cup and the Lightning Cup. However, I'll be starting with the Lightning Cup for the next episode, and then we'll be finishing with the Special Cup, because obviously that's the one that has Bowser's Castle and has Rainbow Road. But I'm going to end off today's episode here, so as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for the last episode of Mario Kart Wii. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.